Dash is the process by which the product of digestion are absorbed by the blood to be supplied to the rest of the body is absorption. The process of taking nutrient from the digestive system into the blood so they can be used in the body. During absorption, the digestive products are transported into the blood or lymph through the mucous membrane. There are four means by which digestive products are absorbed: active transport, passive diffusion, facilitated diffusion, and endocytosis. Emulsification refers to the action of bile on breaking large fat droplet. Action of bile on breaking large fat droplet. Emulsification refers to the action of bile on breaking large fat droplet. Emulsification is the process of breaking down large fat globules into much smaller, more manageable droplet. This significantly increases the surface area of the fat. Bile salts, which are produced by the liver and released into the small intestine, are the emulsifying agents because they have both water soluble and fat soluble properties. They can surround the fat droplet and break them apart. The increased surface area allows digestive enzyme like lipase to more effectively break down fats into fatty acids and glycerol, which can then be absorbed by the body. Emulsification refers to the action of bile on breaking large fat droplet. Simple diffusion occurs along concentration gradient and does not require energy. Simple diffusion occurs. Simple diffusion is passive and no energy expenditure takes place. Simple diffusion, the substance moves from regions of higher concentration regions of lower concentration. So option D is the correct answer. Along concentration gradient does not require energy. Passive, no energy expenditure take place. Does not require energy. No energy expenditure takes place. Where is the vomiting center present in our body is medulla. Vomiting is the ejection of stomach conducted through the mouth. This reflex action is controlled by the vomiting center in the medulla. Feeling of nausea precedes vomiting. Marasmus is the best described as severe deficiency of both calories and proteins. Marasmus is a form of protein energy malnutrition caused by an inadequate intake of both calorie and proteins. Caused by inadequate intake of both calories and proteins. Marasmus is best described as severe deficiency of both calories and proteins. It commonly affects infants and young children in developing countries. Clinical features include severe muscle wasting, loss of subcutaneous fat, and growth retardation without significant edema. Clinical features include severe muscle wasting, loss of subcutaneous fat, and growth retardation without significant edema. This condition is distinct from kwashiorkor, which involves protein deficiency with relatively adequate calorie intake. Which is true about gastric glands. Oxygenatic cells secrete hydrochlorine and castyl intrinsic fatties, those are responsible for vitamin B2 absorption. Oxygenatic cells, also called parental cells. These cells secrete hydrochloric acid and the intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factor is crucial for the absorption of vitamin B12 in the small intestine. Oxygenatic cells, also called parental cells. These cells secrete hydrochloric acid and intrinsic factor. Intrinsic factor is crucial for the absorption of vitamin B12 in the small intestine. Peptic cells, also called chief cells. These cells secrete pepsinogen, the inactive precursor to the enzyme pepsin. Pepsinogen is activated by hydrochloride to form pepsin, which then helps digest proteins. Mucus cells. These cells secrete mucus, which helps protect the stomach lining from the harsh acidic environment, which is true about gastric glands. Osteolytic cells secrete HCl and gastric intrinsic factors. Those are responsible for vitamin B12 absorption. Mechanical digestion begins in the oral cavity. Human digestive glands include salivary gland, liver, and pancreas. Human digestive glands include salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. Absorption is carried out by passive and active or facilitated transport mechanisms. Glucose, amino acids, and chloride ions are absorbed by simple diffusion. If the molecules are absorbed with the help of carrier proteins, the mechanism is called facilitated transport. Transport of water depends upon the osmotic gradient. Absorption is carried out by passive, active, or facilitated transport mechanism. Absorption is carried out by passive, active, or facilitated transport mechanism. Glucose, amino acid, and chloride ion are absorbed by simple diffusion. Glucose, amino acid, chloride ion absorbed in simple diffusion വഴിയാണ്. If the molecules are absorbed with the help of carrier proteins, the mechanism is called facilitated transport. Transport of water depends upon the osmotic gradient. Kwashiorkor is a disease caused by deficiency of protein. Kwashiorkor is a deficiency disease caused by the lack of protein and energy in the protein. It is characterized by anorexia and an enlarged liver, irritability, and ulcerating dermatosis. These are the one of the nutritional deficiency in children, especially from feminine struck areas and places with poor food supply. Kwashiorkor is caused by malnutrition. A healthy and balanced diet enriched with protein and carbohydrate sources like eggs, lentils, rice, etc. help combat this problem. A healthy and balanced diet enriched with protein and carbohydrate sources like eggs, lentils, rice, etc. helps combat this problem. Deficiency of protein. Kwashiorkor is a disease caused by deficiency of protein.